My name is Daryl D. Williams. I'm here on behalf of the 3D Tire Company Incorporated, a local tire service provider, commercial and auto service tire provider here within the Central Florida area. What makes 3D Tire Company unique and special is the fact that we've built quality service over 35 years, built on the motto of service first. We've been consistent in our abilities to provide a quality level of service, and we pride ourselves on standing on the services that we've been able to provide to the local Central Florida community. Why did 3D Tires seek out the services of SBDC? I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we recognized that we were a business in transition. We were transitioning from the welfare of a leadership that had been in place for 30 plus years into a second generation of operation. We recognized that there were some certain things, certain aspects of the business that were important that we revisit. We recognized there were some things that had been in place that were consistent but had grown obsolete, and that we recognized it was time for us to introduce change to the way that we were conducting business to improve and continue to build on the tradition that we've established. What type of services did 3D Tire receive from SBDC? I think our time with SBDC has been very rewarding, and I continue to say that from inception to where we are today. Just the input and guidance that they afforded this particular company, the direction that they offered, the consulting aspects and the different suggestions that they made for us, and we actually accepted as a small business, has been instrumental in our ability to kind of turn this company around, reshape the direction, and rechannel our focus, which we've seen overall in the numbers and level of service that we've continued to provide. I must say that our experience with SBDC was certainly challenging on two fronts. Number one, we recognized the direction and the information that they were providing to us was very invaluable. Ms. Pauline herself was very critical, very frank, but provided very sound direction and suggestions as to how we should move forward. From a business side, we recognized there was some degree of difficulty because, as I shared with the SBDC at the outset, we were a business in transitioning from an old guard to a new guard in terms of the way we do business. You had introducing a new way of thinking. A lot of the concepts that were being presented to us by the SBDC, we readily knew. The challenge that we had was our ability to be able to implement those suggestions and recommendations that were being brought forth by them. As we've consistently moved forward in our work with them, we've consistently been able to integrate many of the ideas, the thoughts and concerns. We've been able to certainly work cohesively together, and it's certainly made a difference in our overall numbers and production that we're seeing in place today. Since our involvement with SBDC, certainly from our end as a company, we've seen tremendous growth and expansion on various fronts. We've been able to see the amount of accounts that we've been able to access grow. We've been able to adopt steps that will allow us to secure additional businesses that will help our bottom line. And we've been able to increase our footprint in terms of our traffic flow coming in and coming out our various locations. So again, by us adopting many of the concepts that were presented to us by SBDC, we've experienced tremendous growth and change that has been challenging for us from inception to today. At this point, the growth plan for the 3D Tire Company going forward is to continue to build on the quality of service and the reputation that we've been able to establish over the last 35 years. More importantly, we want to take those things that we've been able to learn in our work through the SBDC and continue to take that and incorporate it in what we're doing, and allow that to continue to highlight and allow us to advance the business on for the next 5, 10, 15 years as we transition into the next generation. For any business owner that's thinking about doing any work with the SBDC, I would certainly use two words. I would describe it in just two words: do it. I think the information that you gain from it is invaluable. The experience is certainly worthwhile, and you will certainly be able to take something away from it that will be useful for your business going forward.